All right, all right. Can anybody hear me? Hello, how's everyone? Hello, everybody. What's going on? I'm having a little problem with my StreamYard a little bit. If you can see me, let me know. Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Okay, I can see you. How you doing, brother? You doing okay? I got some good news. The Lions won today. The Lions won. Yes, they did. Just wait for a few more people to come in. I see I got 2 people so far. Oh, good, good, good. Everything okay. Great, great, great. Yeah, the Lions won today. Yeah, this is they one game away from the Super Bowl. This haven't happened since when? Since 1982. I mean, people are just going completely nuts here in Detroit to see the Lions win. This has been a long time coming, long time coming. So if anybody else there, let me know. How many more we got? Let me see. It looks like I got 3 people in the chat so far. Just kind of wait for more to come in. I got some sort of good news I want to share with everybody. This is about Tou Ger Xiong. Yep, 3 people has been charged. Hey, what's going on? Salute, brother. Are you a Lions fan? Do I got any Detroit Lions fans in here? I can't believe the Detroit Lions is 1 game away from the Super Bowl. 1 game away from. We have not, since I've been in Detroit, we have not once went to a Super Bowl game. So we might have our chance this time. Yeah. Yes. Yep. So, okay, look like we got about 4 people in the chat. I appreciate you guys for coming on the chat, man. Thank you so much. Okay, we got 5 people so far coming in the chat. Okay. We'll just wait maybe 2 more minutes. Then I'm gonna start playing those. But I got good news. What's the Lions? Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. The Lions squeeze it out. Yeah, it was. It was. It was really scary. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. I thought they was gonna blow that game because it was like, one would make a touchdown, Tampa Bay would make a touchdown, then the Lions would come back, and then when the Lions come back, then Tampa Bay. I mean, I have never been this nervous before. I said, "Oh my God, Justin! Hey, salute, brother! Salute to you! Yeah, Yeah, it's getting really dangerous. Yes, it is. It's getting really dangerous in Colombia. Yes, it is. So I'm looking at what I'm gonna do is I'm looking at Costa Rica. The man, the myth, the legend, Razor Ray said that Chaco Beach is the way to go, and he said that the women are just as pretty as the ones in Cartagena. So what can you lose? So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm looking at the next live I'm gonna do. I'm gonna introduce to you guys the to the romance tour. I heard that Costa Rica has a romance tour, and I've been kind of looking at it. That it may be something that I may want to do. Yeah, but Colombia right now is just too hot. It's just too dangerous. I wouldn't advise anybody going there right now. I wait for things to kind of cool off a little bit. It's just too much right now. Just too much. Okay, well I got six in the chat right now. Six people. That's pretty good for me. So let me see. Decent. Let me see. Oh, let me see this here. I hear you. You said romance too. Hopefully not with pros. Hey, you never know. You know what I'm saying? These girls, you can't tell if it's a pro or a real one nowadays. But I've been on romance tours before. I went to the Colombian romance tour. And I'm telling you, you have a lot of fun on those romance tours. You do. You meet so many different females. Hey, okay. What's up, Toe? Hey, what's up, Smooth Life? How you doing? How you doing? Are you a Lions fan too, Smooth Life? Do I got some Lions fans? Hey, type in one in the chat if you're a Lions fan. Yeah, but the romance tour is a lot of fun. The romance tour is a lot of fun. I will highly recommend. I went to the Colombian romance tour, and I met about out of that romance tour. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go next. The next live I do, I'm gonna introduce you all to the Colombian romance tour, and I'm going to introduce you all to the what's the name of it? Costa Rica romance tour. But one thing I like about romance tour, the women are vetted though. They all are vetted. These are not women off the streets. The one I went to in Colombia, all the women were vetted, and you pick the one that you want to meet. So it's not like they're just going out there just randomly just picking pros off the street. These women, they have to vet them, and they have to join the agency. But these women in the romance tour, they're looking for husbands. Nah, Steelers fan. Okay. You're a Steelers fan. Okay. Do you have shoes? Yeah, that's what I'm using right now. I'm using StreamYard. Yes. Razor Ray showing me how to use it. This is about my third time Smooth Life using StreamYard. This is what I'm using right now. Yep. So okay, I'm gonna share this video with you all on the update of what's going on with the three people charged for murder of the American Tou Ger Xiong. Yep, and I want to give a shout out to DC Born Rob for the updates. He gives a lot of good updates on news that's going on. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna drop a link. Yeah, I'm gonna put it. Hold on 1 second. Let me do the link. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Let me share the link. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. All right. Let me kind of invite. Put the copy in there. Let's go here. Okay, here's the link right here, guys. Got the live stream right here. Here's the link. Okay, if you want to come in, I got it in the live stream. Okay. Let's see here. I think we should stay out of Colombia until the government do something about the drugging and the robbing. You know what? Okay, I'm allowed you to come on in. Hey, brother.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Tony? Doing all right?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. What about yourself?
Nothing much, man. I don't want to interrupt your video because I know you're about to share the video, but
No,
I
no, it's
just was
okay.
okay. Yeah, the topic is about Colombia, correct? Or what is the topic
Yeah,
about?
about Colombia. Yeah, anything you want to talk about? Yeah.
Well, the thing about Colombia, see, I plan to travel. I'm 20. I'm 20. Well, I'm 24. Okay, so I'm a young cat.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I plan to travel permanently by 2025, the top of 2025, no later there, so I can
Yes,
get a
sir.
remote job and stuff. And God willing, and I'll do that. But yeah, man, I just think that stays. I think Colombia should be a no-fly zone right now. I think that,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think until well, you should stay out of it too. But you keep going though, right?
Well, yeah, I went twice last year. Because the reason why I go is because I've been going to Colombia for years. I've been going to Colombia before anybody else even probably started going before Passport Bros and all them. So I still got
Hmm.
friends there, but no, I'm not. I'm staying away for right now. It's not. It's not. It's not a good time to go.
Yeah, so because you know that, especially like they target certain people, man. They target people like it's messed up, but they do. I mean, not only they're targeting passport bros, but they're targeting people like if they're a little older or a certain race, like Asian people, Asian men. So they target
Yeah, they are.
yes,
Yeah,
they
they are.
target
They are. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you this. The passport bros really is ruining it for us because the last two times I was in Medellin, because I was seeing a female when I was going back and forth there. Um, they actually called the passport bros trash tourism. That's how they describe it.
who said that?
And what the Colombians, the actual Colombians said that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, they told me. They said we don't want. See. This is. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you the mistake that people make, what foreigners make. Years ago, there were people that was putting out really bad Facebook group. They were starting these Facebook groups, and they were streaming information about how much it costs to buy a pro. They was putting like explicit videos and pictures and stuff. And I went back to these people and I told them, I said, if I were you, I would not be posting pictures of Colombian working girls and talking about how much you pay for them and things because the Colombians, they really frown at that type of behavior. So it got to the point where it got worse. It got worse. It got worse. And then you start attracting the wrong tourism, start going there. And people was bragging about how cheap the girls are and stuff like that. And it got to the point that they don't want us down there anymore. And when I would go there, it's like I have to like clean up for what somebody else done. So I said, hey, all of us not like that. I do enjoy the culture. I enjoy your food. I enjoy the landscaping. I enjoy, Colombia has so many beautiful things to offer, like the parks. I like the museums. You got to talk about that. But you got these idiots that are just posting the wrong type of information. And matter of fact, I just played the video on my last live. The mayor of Medellin said, I do not want that type of tourism in my country. You understand? Hello, are you still there? Smooth life? Okay.
Hold on, Tony.
Yeah, did you hear me?
Sorry, I missed that part. You said Mayor said what? If Medellin said what?
Yeah, yeah. The mayor said that he don't want that type of tourism in Medellin. So
And
this,
did he use what? Did he say passport bros or did he say just sex tourism? What
no,
did he
no,
say?
no, no, not the mayor. He didn't say passport bro, but he said he don't want Colombia to be known as a place you just come and pick up working girls and get on date. Matter of fact, it's getting so bad in in Medellin right now that the U.S. Embassy put out a travel alert to stay off of apps, dating apps. So a lot of the tourists was coming down, was using the dating apps, was getting themselves in trouble. That's why you
So
was hearing
do
about.
you so
Okay, go
do
ahead.
you so that sounds like to me like the own politicians there are like, you know what? I'm not gonna do nothing about the drugging to the tourists. So it is what it is. I want you out. That's what it kind of sounds like to me. Maybe I'm
It is.
overreaching it because the old mayor says I do not want that type of tourism. And what is he really saying? He's saying by any means necessary, get them the hell out, get the tourists the hell
Get
out,
them out. Yep, get them out.
get
That's
them
true.
out.
Because you know what? I heard too that um, the women that do the drugging down there to the foreigners. They don't when they arrest them, they don't keep them. Did you know that they let them out? They let them go. They just let them go.
Uh, Yeah, they're complicit with it.
Yep, I think they're using that
Yeah,
as I think they're using it as a deterrent. You know what I'm saying? To keep certain people out because like I said, in Cartagena, there's a lot of people going down there for I can't say the word here on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? To pick up working girls.
for the tourism,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They said that what the mayor of Medellin said that that type of tourism doesn't bring anything to the country. It brings no benefit to the country if you're just coming down there just to pick up, working girls and
Well, Mr. Tony, where are you gonna go, man? If you can't go to Colombia right now,
well, like I said, I'm looking at Costa Rica. Um, the man, the Mr. Legend, Mr. Razor Reyes, just came from Costa Rica, Jaco Beach. And he said that the beauties are just as good as Cartagena. And he said that it's peaceful, it's more safe.
but think about Costa Rica, you don't get that monetary advantage. I think isn't it 1-to-1 with the U.S. dollar?
Yeah, it's not as I heard it wasn't as cheap as Colombia, but it's not that bad either. But he highly recommended. He just came back from there, and he said the women are out just the same. The quality of the females is just the same as Cartagena or Medellin.
How Tony, Mr. Tony, I don't know if it's like a money issue or anything, but how come you don't go to like places beyond like you only go to like Central America or like Colombia, the tip of top. How come you don't go to like really real distances like Brazil or Peru or whatever? How come you don't go there?
Okay, what I'm doing. Okay, for number one, I just started my channel last year. Okay, but it's been about a year now. So the channel is still not even fully monetized yet. So I'm not really making a lot of money to do like with the see a lot of the bigger YouTubers, the ones that can afford to go, like to Thailand and stay for indefinitely, maybe a month or so. But I'm still working, so it will make no sense to go way out to Thailand or Brazil for maybe 2 weeks and then come back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just putting my feet out there in the water. Like I said, I did
Okay,
Colombia. Now I'm gonna do Costa Rica, and then maybe pretty soon, maybe I'll move up as the channel grows. Like I said, then eventually I can maybe start going because I do want to go to Thailand. But right now, at the top right now is Costa. Right now, I'm here in it's Costa Rica,
okay,
and Razor Ray's he's getting ready to go to
okay.
Panama. He's going to
No, I
Panama.
respect it.
Yeah, he's going to go to
Yeah,
Panama, and
yeah, I understand it.
yeah, yeah. So where have you been? What countries have you visited?
Well, I've been to recently. I will. Okay, it's like I said, I plan to permanently travel top of 2025, but I went to Brazil in September. And it's just really like, man, it was a great experience. So,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. I heard.
yeah. You just don't have no idea. And here's the thing. Like you with here. Okay, so how am I gonna put this? I get it. It's like we all don't have it like that, and but maybe one thing you could do because you say you still well no because I don't because maybe you don't want to learn something new, but maybe get you like a remote job online. I mean, I know you can make YouTube your remote job, but that's not, that's you have to build that up, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's
your Richie
yeah.
Max, your Richie Max, and your Austin Hollimans, all these guys making thousands of dollars a month. I know
Yeah,
you're not to
yeah.
that
That was
level,
the
but
Hallman.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
yeah, yeah. And I'm not either. I have my own channel too, but I don't really put no time into it. I'll probably put it into it next year, but yeah, because I remember you told me from Race to Raise Live because man, the brothers be sweating you, man. They be giving you a hard time. I don't know why they be giving you a hard time like that, but you just give
I don't,
you a
I
hard
don't,
time.
I don't know. I don't know. That's why I started my own channel because, well, let me tell you this. They gave me a hard time, but the last time I talked to them, I told them something very important that was going on in Medellin, but they didn't listen to me. But check this out. From October to December, 8 people perished in Medellin within that short period of time. Americans. Did you know
Yeah, I
that?
remember back in the day before Passport Bros, at least after 2010, you would hear like a tourist drugging or robbing once or twice a year. You said that would only
Yes.
happen once or twice a year, but now you're hearing it like every week.
Yep.
I don't know how true
There
that
was a lot
is,
of
but that's
drugging
what
now.
somebody told me. See, you might hear him once every 6 months, but now you're hearing him once every week.
Yeah. You had 8 deaths in 2 months. In 2 months. And when I went on the Razor Ray show, I told everybody, I said, you know what? My last trip to Medellin, I felt something that was off. I couldn't really, I didn't
Sorry,
feel
before when was this your last trip to Medellin? If you don't mind me asking, real quick.
not the last one, but the one last before. Okay, because I went there
So
twice
two
last
trips
year.
ago. Okay.
Yeah, 2 trips ago. Because matter of fact, I did videos on it. Matter of fact, if you look at my videos in my playlist, I will tell you about how flaky the girls were acting. It just seemed like it was strange, and I felt something like a disturb. Like for example, it's like when the cab driver was taking me to the airport. I believe that cab driver was going to rob me. I was almost robbed like what 2 or 3
What
times.
made you? What was that? How did like? How'd that story start? How'd that come about?
Well, what happened was um, the resort that I was staying at. I said I want to go back to the Cordova Airport, and I need somebody to take me back. So the place that I stay, they always provide the transportation from the airport and back to the airport. Okay. So what happened was I get into the cab, into they have like you call shuttles, but they call it like cab drivers. It's about the same thing. And everything was cool. We was talking, everything was great, and I told him how much I enjoyed managing. So I had my camera. I have Osmo, this thing right here, this Osmo camera right here. This is what I used to do content with. This
Hmm.
camera right
Yeah, it's
here.
very. I know the discreet. Yep, yep.
Yeah. So I'm like, I wanted to get some landscape because managing. One thing I love about managing, it has beautiful. The landscape in the mountains are just incredible. The clouds that come down and sit down. I just love when I go to Medellin. The first thing I look at the mountains. When I in my hotel, I pull the curtains back and see the mountains. I say, yes, this is Colombia. This is Medellin. It's beautiful. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, recording the landscape as he driving, and then he began to like inquire about the camera. He's like, what type of camera is that? Then I told him what type it was. And then he just kept asking about the camera, like, what does it do? I said, I just take videos of the landscaping. And then he started asking me, how much does it cost? like he kept asking me about like how much it costs, and I gave him like a real cheap price. I told him it was real cheapo. I said this camera it's not worth anything. Then he asked me, he said, what does it connect to? He kept over and over again asking me about this camera. And then it's like he went from a real happy demeanor to a real serious type of demeanor. You know what I'm saying? It was like he really wanted like I think he was thinking about actually robbing me for this camera.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Keep going.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
Let me know
yeah,
when you
yeah.
finish the story. I don't want to interrupt
So
you.
no, it's okay. So then what I did was I just took the camera. Some just told me, say, you know what, just put the camera away. Just put it in your pocket. So I put it in the pocket. I really believe if I would have told him that this was like a $500 camera, something like that, I think he was going to go for that camera. I think he was.
It
Because,
was okay.
you kind of feel something in
You
the
felt
atmosphere.
something was uneasy. You're saying it was
Yeah,
something was
yeah,
uneasy
yeah,
about it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he just kept over and over and kept asking about it, like how much it's worth. I mean, what did you pay for it for? What did um, what is it? Then he started asking me, what is it worth? I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's a red. That's a huge red flag. What is it
yeah,
worth?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was getting real nervous there because we was out in the middle of nowhere, driving to the airport. I don't know if you ever, taking those hills and stuff
You
when you're
should have
going
told.
through that.
You should have told him. You should have told him nothing. You should have told him it was worth like $20 or something cheap. Because if you say nothing, it sounds like a lie.
Well, I did. I told him it was cheapo. Yeah, I told him. I said it was. I told him it was like $20.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So the whole entire trip, I was like convincing him that the camera was cheap. Like it was just like a camera phone. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
so because it started to click in his mind like that's an expensive camera. So you were trying to like dissuade him and oh that's just cheap, man. You try to basically tell him how cheap it was so you can kind of throw him off the set a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanted to throw him off the set. Yeah, so he wouldn't think that the camera was worth something because, um, and then there was another incident that happened.
So how much
Me and
is sorry, how much is the camera worth? Just real quick.
actually, I bought it off of eBay, and this camera is
Okay.
probably worth maybe over $100, maybe $130. Not that much.
Yeah, that's too much to tell somebody though. That still could be too much to tell
Is
somebody.
it
So
still
yeah.
too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I told him $20. Oh, this is $20. This is El Cheapo. You know what I'm saying? But he just, yeah.
Yeah.
but
Oh
he,
my God. Tony had to put up Tony. You could have given Tony an Oscar award, and you could really give him a Tony because he was acting his ass
he kept, but you know what? It was very scary though because his eyes began to change, like glassy, and he kept
Oh
looking
wait,
at it.
did his what you thought his eyes were bulging?
Yeah, like how somebody like becoming
Like almost like
like they get
like a predator about to pounce.
yeah, like somebody's getting ready to
Okay.
pounce on. Yeah, like I was like, you know what? I'm getting ready to take. Like somebody's getting ready to rob you. I'm gonna take your camera. I'm gonna take your money. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna rob you. That's what he was getting ready to do. I believe he was going to. If I would have told him that there was some value in this camera, he would have robbed me. But what they do sometimes too, they may not rob you, but they get somebody else to rob you because they be
So
communicating
let
with them.
me ask you before you continue on story two. Was this like a young big guy, or was this like somebody like
No,
you know
no,
like
no. This was a middle aged guy. This was
oh
a
okay,
middle
but
aged
yeah, you
guy.
still don't want to risk it. You
Yeah,
still don't want
yeah,
to risk it because even though he would have had a knife or a gun or whatever, you still didn't want to risk
yeah.
it. You know, it's just not worth getting that type of confrontation.
No, no, it's not worth it because there was a guy that did get robbed over his. I know there was a guy that got robbed from a taxi for his phone. This happened about 2 years ago, and he was in a taxi and he pulled out his iPhone and he said the taxi pulled out a like pulled. What they did was they pulled over to the side and he pulled out a big knife and put it to his throat and said, "Give me that phone." Ain't that something?
Wow. Yeah, I mean the taxi drivers. I heard they hold people's phones for ransom and everything.
Yeah, yeah. He said he
Like if they
pulled out a
forget
big
their
knife.
phone in that taxi, they forget their phone or something in their taxi, they gonna hold for ransom and try to get in contact with them.
Anything of value they think that you have, they're gonna take it because um, me and my friend too. Let me tell you the second thing that happened that I almost got robbed. Me and my friend was walking to the store, and I was doing content with her, and we was in the Santa Fe Mall around that area in Medellin. Beautiful area too, beautiful area. So we were walking to the mall, and we was like maybe halfway there. And I remember Razor Ray, she talked about the motos. Oh my God. Oh my God. When we were walking, two motos came around and they like stopped right beside us. And they was looking at they was looking at my GoPro and they was looking at her phone. She had her phone out. Then I said, look, we gotta get to this mall now. I think we're about to get robbed. And then they
Sorry,
took
sorry.
off on the motos.
Before you continue, you said who? Yeah, but the girl you was talking to, or
Yeah, the girl I was with. Yeah. The girl
okay,
I was
all right,
with.
go ahead. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So I said, you know what? I think they're gonna rob. I said, put your phone away, put your phone away. So because they stopped on the moto, they had their helmets on, they pulled that shade, that look, whatever it is they have, and they looked directly at this phone. I mean, they looked directly at this camera, and they looked directly at her telephone. I said, babe, we need to like get to moving, get inside that mall, because the mall was like only maybe maybe 200 or 300 feet in front of us, the entrance. And then they took off in the motos, and then they came back around again. So we ran. We actually
Oh,
had to
so
run.
when you were like so, okay, you're saying they pass you guys by. So if you go into the mall,
Yeah,
right? So you hit the direction.
yeah.
You're talking about they pass by you guys from the front or the back the first time.
They passed us like they came from the back, and they came inside of us like we were on the sidewalk, and then you got the street right there. So they came around on the street and they stopped, and they looked at the camera and they looked at her phone. I said, "Put your phone away, put your phone away." They kept looking at it. So we started walking real fast. I said, "We got to get inside this store." You know. Then they took off again on the motos. It was two of them. It was somebody riding in the back, and the other guy in the front. It was two of them. Then they took off. Then they came around again. You know what I'm saying? Like they made a circle. Then that's when we actually took off running this time. Because we seen them coming from there. I said, they're going to get us. They was going to steal this camera, and they was going to steal her phone. Yep, they
So,
did.
how close were they? How when you made it inside the mall? How close were they to far behind where they were on the motorcycles?
You mean how close to us was they to us on the motorcycles?
Yes, when you guys actually made it into the mall, how close were they to you?
Well, we ran away. We took off. We ran.
Okay,
So
so as soon as you saw them spinning the block, like
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, I said we better go. We better run because I think they give deals. Because see around that mall too, the Santa Fe Mall. There's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of security. So I think they was waiting on the opportunity to rob us. You know what I'm saying?
So if you let's say you weren't let's say you was Diddy bopping, right, and you weren't paying attention, do you think that if you just walking the speed you were before, that they would have been able to rob you in time before you got into those mall doors?
Yeah, 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 yeah. They would have robbed us for sure. Because when I looked at
Okay.
them, because they looked directly at me. They looked directly at me, and they looked at this camera. I said, "Oh, they get ready to come for this camera," because I heard that they will rob you for the cameras. Matter of fact, my girlfriend that I was with, I said, "Would they actually rob?" Because I know they go after telephones. I said, "Would they really actually go after these cameras too?" She said, "Yeah, they'll rob you for the cameras too." And people at the hotel told
Yeah.
me to be careful too. They said, "Be careful
That's
because your camera." And then sometimes the locals would tell you to put it away. They said, "Put that away, put that away." Like I be trying to do content just to put it
I've had
away.
that happen to me when I was in Brazil. So see, South America is no joke, man. So you're talking. So
It's
before I
not.
say my story, before I say my story, so you're saying they raffle phones in Colombia too?
Well, you say they do that in Brazil too, right?
No, no, no. Well, I'm asking you. They do that in Brazil.
Wait a minute, you break it up a little bit. I'm sorry.
Okay, you can't hear me.
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't. I said they do that in Colombia too. They steal for phones. They rob for phones.
Oh yeah, yeah, they kill you for your
Okay,
phone.
okay. So it. Oh wow. So in Brazil, it was my second to last day there, and see, this is why I always I always ask myself when something happens to me, what could have I done better? What could have I done to prevent the situation, right? Because it helps with growth for you as a man, because people don't like say victim blaming, but listen, victim blaming is important because it helps prevent things.
Yeah.
So I asked myself, what could I have done better, right? So second to last day I was there, it was a beautiful. I mean, everybody was at the beach. It was a beautiful day at the beach. So things was winding down. I had to go the day after, so I was kind of a little sad, or whatever. But anyways, it was a beautiful day at the beach, and so I parked my beach umbrella and chair, somewhere in the beach, right on the shoreline. And then it was it
Okay.
was everybody was at the beach that day. It was a big packed thing. And so about 30 minutes, 45 minutes after I parked it there was a group of favela kids. If you know what favela means kids from the hood. Favela is the ghetto. So there's a group of
Okay.
favela kids that parked their stuff, like I'll say about 10 feet ahead of mine, right? And so I'm
Okay.
waiting for my friend to get there. And the beach it was still early. It was in the morning, so it was so early for my friend to get there during that time. And so eventually I called my friend like, "Hey man, where you at?" And so when I made a mistake a kid, because it was a group of favela kids in front of me, one of the guys was kind of next to me and he heard me speaking English. They said, "Oh, okay, this is a foreigner." Okay, and
Okay.
so and so I make a mistake because I have my phone out, and then he's like, "And you should have seen the kids. The favela. These are probably kids who are like young kids who are like 13 all the way up to like 21. So there's some grown men up in there. It's not like it's multiple people in there, right? So they looked back and they saw that I had my phone out. And it was I mean you should have seen their eyes. They was look at the phone, looking at me, look at the phone,
Uh-huh.
looking at me. And I'm thinking in my head like, oh shit. Because I'm thinking like I'm about to get jumped at this beach for my phone. And so yeah, so eventually, I kind of tell my friend to get your ass over here. And first mistake that I made, I first of all, as soon as I saw favela kids, I should just move. I should have just moved my beach stuff. I
Mhm.
didn't want to move because I thought it was a good spot.
Right.
So, but during this interaction, when he was kind of asking me questions, and he was kind of like testing me, right? She thought shit was sweet. Basically, he was testing me in the sea, kind of like. So I try to move my beach chair. I said, this is not a good situation. Let me try to move my chair. He grabbed my chair. One of the kids in the group, got, no, this is mine. Like he's like, Eso means like mine, right? So he's kind of like laughing, but still serious at the same time. Like Eso, like he literally grabbed my beach chair and wouldn't let me move. I'm like, oh
Hmm.
shit.
Uh-huh.
And so then I'm like, oh shit. So then he tried to so I kind of play it off like, because I don't want shit to get serious. And so then he tries to reach for my phone. And that's when I kind of, because at this point I'm on edge. I'm like, oh, they're about to get me. They're about to get me. And then he tried to reach for my phone. And of course I wasn't gonna let him have that. So I kind of flinched him and pushed him down real quick. And I thought I messed up but the mood of the group was still jovial. It was still people kind of laughing and whatever, right? And so I thought I messed up when I kind of pushed them because I thought they were about to jump me and beat me down for that phone because I just pushed one of the people in the group, right? It's like almost like if you in a group, if you're a kid, right? You ever play football, right?
Right.
Or anything, any type of sport, in school, that if you kind of mess with somebody in another group that doesn't mess with you, if you do anything towards them at all, any type of aggression, they might want to kind of jump you or get, what I'm talking about? They might want to try to jump you or get on you. So I thought I messed up. I'm like, oh shit. because it really I was so on the edge at that point that it was like an instinct. I was like, I'm like, fight or fight was taking off, and I chose fight. So when I pushed them, I thought that they would have got mad, but they kind of laughed it off, like ha ha ha, like kind of played it off with them too, like ha ha ha, like whatever. So then after that, I'm like, I call my friend, they like, get your ass over here. So eventually he comes and he kind of like down the beach. I yell for him, like, hey, get over here. And I kid you not, when he started walking over there, the whole group just dispersed back to where they were at. They didn't even mess with me no more, right? And that's
Right.
why I knew I was like, yeah, these guys, good thing that he came because it could have turned ugly, you know.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine if you're in a group, like it's like almost like something off of a movie. You've seen those movies where like somebody's about to get jumped or somebody about to get attacked or robbed. They kind of joke with the guy and ha ha ha. You got
Yeah.
nice shoes you got on there, right? Nice shoes you got on there, right? Like so. I'm literally, I'm literally
Right.
in that type of situation. So I'm literally like,
Right.
oh shit. So thank God my friend came over. But man, it's no joke. And I was on 2 dates with two different girls, and they said, okay, okay. So they try to put directions on the phone, and they put their phone in their pocket, my phone in their pocket. I'm telling them to put it in their pocket because they understand that in Brazil they rob people for them phones, man, on the street. So
Yeah.
even they were like, okay, okay, because like I was on a date with a girl, and she kind of like put the directions in and was like looking around her and put my phone away. It's like, okay, you got all nervous. I'm like thinking in my head, like, damn, it's really this bad, huh? They don't. So yeah, definitely
Yeah.
in South America, they don't. They don't. Yeah, that
You,
it's
you,
definitely put your phone away.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you a little wisdom. Did you ever watch the Creed movies with Michael B.
Yes,
Jordan with Sylvester
yes,
Stallone?
I watched all three of them. Yes,
Okay. Do you remember the one that he was fighting Drago's son? You remember?
yes,
He was. Yeah.
yes.
You remember what Sylvester Stallone said? He said. He said that he told Michael B. Jordan. He said, "You got a wife. You got a baby. You got money. You got everything. Your opponent, he has nothing to lose. You have everything to lose. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. My thing is this: just let them, if somebody wants to rob you, if they want your phone, if they want your jerk, just give it to them because it's not
This is
worth
what
your
I want
life.
to. This is
You got,
this is.
you,
It's funny. I agree with you, but this is what I say. I tell them because there's a lot of cats who are young and even older cats who kind of grip around the hood, right? They take that same mentality and they go overseas with it. And I'm like, first of all, listen. The last thing you want to do is fight overseas. Number one, you fight
yep.
another grown man. Either he's going to win the fight or you're going to win the fight. It's going to be 50-50. Who knows who's going to win? That's number one. Number two, even if you do win the fight, what happens if the foreigner, because foreigners will jump in and attack your ass too. They did that shit in Thailand. They do that shit in the Philippines. They will jump you and beat you down.
Yes, they
Number
will.
three, if that doesn't happen, if the police get involved, it's your word versus their word.
Hmm.
Even if you're
Hmm.
in the right, the person put their hands on you or try to rob you. It's your word versus their word. You don't understand that at the end of the day, it's not your country. You don't speak the language. And if you do, there's no guarantee they're going to take your word over it. Laws work different over there. So
That's
you just
right.
can't, you don't want to take that chance. And I'm telling you, if you get taken to jail in a foreign country, and oh my gosh, it's not a good place. And these South
It's,
American countries or these Asian countries, it is not a great place to be. It's dirty. It's nasty.
mhm.
You just gotta watch your back. It is not a place that anybody wants to be. And number four, you could lose your visitation to that country. Man,
Yeah.
could you imagine going to beautiful Colombia, beautiful Brazil, beautiful beautiful Asia, wherever you would love to go to get away from it all? What,
Yes.
could you imagine if you lose vegetation in that country because of one stupid argument or whatever? You'd be sick to death. You would be sick to
Yep.
death. You would be so upset. You can check that country off the list because they can't take your rights away from that country if they deem it bad enough. So that's the only way that I ever say fight is if somebody attacks you first or they attack somebody you love close. That's the only way I say defend yourself. Under no
Well,
other circumstance do I say fight. No other circumstance. because it's
Yeah.
just not worth it. Those are all the negatives that can happen if you fight. Just
You know what? Let me tell you. Did you know I was a victim of extortion in Colombia? Did you ever hear that story?
yeah, yeah. I know. That's what I know. That's what all the brothers gave you a hard time. But I remember that story. I remember. I mean, I probably can recite it better than you can. I mean, I've heard that story a couple times from you. So yeah,
Oh
I
my
know.
God! Oh my God! That was a
And that's
scary.
but you did a smart thing. You said, you know what, just take the money, go, take
Yeah,
the money and
yeah.
go.
Go.
Because
Yeah.
if it's in the state, if it was in the states, then I don't care. But in that type of country, man, you don't want to take that chance because they
No,
would have
you
taken. And
don't.
then if you get taken to jail, you may lose. You may try to bribe the police, and you're gonna lose money there too. So it's never. Again, I only advocate fighting back. Only time I advocate fighting is fighting back. That's it. I don't advocate it. And if you ever do, God forbid, if you ever end up in a situation like that, I pray that after you handle your business, whatever happens, that you run away. You're able to run away because you don't want the police to get a hold of you.
No, you
Because
don't.
you want to if you ever get in a situation like that, book it out of there. After it's all said and done, book it out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get to your Airbnb. Go down.
Yeah.
Get away from there because you don't want police to be able to come and now they're questioning both of you. And
Yeah,
now
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know what? They gonna believe her. And guess what they gonna believe? Her word over yours because you're a gringo.
yeah, and you could have been in the right. You could have been in the right. It doesn't really matter. It's a different country, different rules.
Because you
So
know what? The hotel manager, he kept on saying, "Do you want us to call the police? You want us to we can call the police?" I said, "No, no police, no police." And then she gave a price. She said she wanted 400,000 pesos, which is only equivalent to $120. I said, "Give it to her. Here,
give it
take
to
it."
her. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's nothing.
goodbye. Because if the police would have came, then that would open up the door for even more extortion. Did you see the last live that I did? Yes, you was here about what happened to the guys that was with the girl, and the police had to come.
No, I haven't. What happened with that one?
Yeah, that was in Cartagena. It was these guys with the girl, and the girl was extorting money from them, and the police got involved in everything. It was a mess. Yeah, they was messing with a pro in Cartagena. They got hung up. Matter of fact,
And
I did
so,
that.
and what happened with so you're talking about the pros try to extort the guy,
Yeah, yeah. It was these three
and then what?
guys.
Okay,
It was these
go
three
ahead.
guys. Matter of fact, I should play that video for you so you can see it. Oh, why can't I play it so you can see part of it? Let me see if
And
I
so
still
they
got
were,
it.
and so what happened? So the police got called from the pros or the pro, and then what happened to the guys? Did they believe the guy?
You
They
know
got
what?
extorted?
I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna see if I can grab it right quick. I'm gonna see if I can play it for you. Let's
Okay,
see here. Let me see if I can
Tony,
play it
I
for you.
recommend though. Tony, Mr. Tony, how old are you?
Um, I'm 50 years old, man.
50.
50.
Yeah, Tony. Maybe I just say this, man. At your age, man, if you, God forbid, if you ever have to defend yourself, I just say, Tony, you know what? There's some things you can bring over. Well, you can get away with bringing over that I can shoot a message to you, that you can bring on the luggage suitcase that they may not deem as a weapon, but you can still use it as a weapon if it comes down to it. Um, no, I'm serious. No. I'm serious. I'm serious. I mean, I pray that it doesn't happen to you. I pray that it doesn't
You
happen
know
to you.
what?
I'm just. I mean,
I'm,
we
I'm,
gotta be.
I'm,
We gotta
I'm
be
staying away.
realistic.
You know what? I'm staying away from Colombia, man. See, you want
No,
to
no,
go? See,
I get it, but you in South America, baby. I mean, this shit happens. This shit is kind of it's a crash. I can say it, but it's a crime-ridden continent. It is. It is, and um, one thing you can do if you don't, and this actually might actually help your style a little bit too. But man, if you get your little pimp cane, what do you call this little can with a wooden ball on it? No. If you get you a little pimp cane,
Okay.
oh, it's like yo, I'm talking about those wooden pimp canes too with the ball, the wooden
You
ball.
know,
Oh,
back in the
wood,
day,
solid wood. Huh?
I used to be a
You could
pimp.
definitely rock that.
You
You could, and if you gotta go upstairs and hit somebody's head, God forbid. And there's one more thing too that I'm gonna carry around. You can carry a thing called a tactical pen. A tactical
yeah,
pen you
yeah,
put in your
yeah,
shirt. It's
yeah,
very small. You know those things. And
yeah.
don't get one that looks but get one that's very discreet. And it's dual purpose. You can use that as a pen, but you also can use that as a I don't want to say it on here, but you know what I'm talking about. So think about getting and it's cheap. I mean, do it for $25, something like that. You keep it right in your shirt pocket, in your pocket, in your pants, in your backpack, whatever the case may be. Keep it right on you, and whip that. I mean, God forbid if you had to whip that bad boy out. I mean,
Yeah,
again, I don't recommend. Go ahead.
I hope, you know what? I hope I don't have to, get into a situation like that. But I'm gonna tell you, okay, like I said, I've been traveling for a while. The best thing that you could do to avoid trouble, I'm gonna give you some wisdom. The more better that you blend in, you know what I'm saying? Don't have anything that they want. You know what I'm saying? When I go to Colombia, I don't want no jewelry. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear loud. I pretty much wear the stuff that the men wear. The polo shirt, the
So
jeans,
you
tennis
blend.
shoes.
Of
Yeah,
course, you blend
yeah,
it with the
yeah,
locals. Yeah,
yeah. I
but no,
blend in
I
also.
100%. I 100%
Keep
agree
a
with you
low
on that.
profile.
I'm just saying.
Hmm.
I'm just saying. If all that fails, then what, Tony? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna? Are you just gonna have to just duke it out, or I mean, you know what I'm saying? Or do you just say, you know what? It's better to have something than nothing. Like something like I said. I mean, like I said, that tactical pen, man. I'm gonna because when I permanently travel, I'm gonna have it on me because
Yeah,
again, God forbid, I pray I never have to use it. I want to forget about it. But I mean, I've known guys who've been traveling for years and they're about to get robbed. And he said, "You know what I did? I pulled that pen out." He said, "I kept it right in my hand." I said, I didn't want to have to use it." So the guy just kind of walked away. But he said, "Man, I would pray I don't have to use it." But sometimes it comes down to that, man. Um, and
yeah. But you know what though? But you have to be careful because sometimes if there's two, okay. Usually, if somebody come at you, especially in Colombia, they want what you have, basically. But you got to understand, if there's
yeah,
a group of them, somebody can have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody just said here,
true,
are you willing to die?
true.
Are you willing to die for a bullet? This person right here, yeah, yeah. They just say, are you willing to die for a bullet?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
usually, I'm gonna tell you something. Usually in Colombia, because I've been going to Colombia since 2010. Usually, if you give them what they want, if they want the phone, give them the phone. If they want the jury, you should be wearing jury down there anyway. But if they want the jury, give them the jury. They just want what you got to go. But if you fight back, fighting back should be the last alternative situation. Like if
That's what
if
I'm
somebody,
saying. I
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
Go
But
ahead, go ahead.
I've never been in that situation like that because usually most Colombians like to mind their own business anyway, unless you're doing some shit that you have no, like if you out at the club late at night, drunk, walking around, you bring in. Usually, when things happen to tourists, they bring unwanted attention to themselves. You know what I'm saying? That gets them into their trouble, or if they're the type of person
Absolutely.
that spend a lot of time, paying pros and all that type of stuff, picking up working girls off the street and stuff like that. Even the mayor tell you, if you come down and you do things like that, then you can virtually bring the devil into your house. And that's what happened to these guys.
Oh no,
They
like I stated, I said at the beginning of it, fighting back is the last resort. I'm not
Last
looking at
resort.
if somebody said it, if somebody just robbed me of my phone and had a gun, I give them the phone. I give them the thing. I'm talking about a situation where somebody attacks you. And, oh, I'm gonna have to fight this guy off, or if somebody you get jumped. That's the situations that I say, okay,
Yeah,
you got to do
yeah,
something. You know,
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. Right.
God forbid.
Right. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying not to do nothing, but I've been traveling there for a while, and I really, actually, the only problem I had, real serious problem, is with the girl with extortion, the one that tried to get money out of me. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably the most scariest situation that I was in. But other than that, the Colombians are very friendly people. If you just do what you're supposed to do, just stay in your lane, you really shouldn't have any problems of somebody just for no reason, or unless you're in the wrong neighborhood. If you're in the barrios or something, you don't know what you're doing. But I never go to the barrios when I visit that country. Never,
Yeah,
never.
what are you doing with Barrios anyways? Honestly, if you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about
right. Why are you doing that? Right. Why would you be walking around at night? You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought you trying to.
Talking.
I thought you trying to. Yeah, exactly. I thought you were trying to get out the hood. Why would you want to go to
Yeah,
go back to it?
right. Why you want to go back to it? Right. So you just have to use common sense. You know what I'm saying? But if you put yourself in risky situations, then you would end up in those type of situations. Like this guy. Tou Ger Xiong. He put himself in very risky situations. You know,
Well,
he met,
horror. I don't know how to say it, horror meat. You say, listen, if you're about to get kidnapped, like thrown into a vehicle, I'm sorry. At that point, if I had a weapon on me to use, I'd use it. You talking about you about to get kidnapped? Because if you get kidnapped, God knows what's going to happen to you. If you get thrown in the vehicle, because when this is in Mexico, I heard this is a stat out there that if you get abducted by the cartel, the majority of the time you will not make it back out alive. Like they did a stat on that. For people who got abducted, majority of people did not actually. So you actually have a better chance of fighting back and just taking a bullet right then and there than just actually not doing anything. You know, if I'm
yeah,
arguing with Sam, you talking me, I'm about to get kidnapped or somebody trying to throw me in a car, you damn right I'm fighting back with what I got. That's again, like I said, those are the last resorts. I'm not trying to go there at all. I'm just giving you an example where you better fight back. If you somebody to throw me in a car, hell no. What are you gonna do, Tony? Somebody try to throw you in a car.
let me tell you this. Most of the kidnappings happen in Colombia. It's usually a female is the corporate. It usually has something to do with the female. What they do is this is the mistake that foreigners make. Okay, what they do is, for number one, they try to impress the females. Okay, oh, I got this, I got that. Oh, I own this. Maybe I could take care of you and all this. So with the women, what they do is they say, okay, oh Poppy, they call you, oh Poppy, Poppy, te amo mucho, oh quieres, they create this illusion that they love you, right? And then they turn around and say, I want you to come meet my family. They talk about you. I'm gonna send a car to come pick you up. That's what happens. The foreigner gets right into the car to people that they don't know, and next you know they're kidnapped. That's how it happens. Or what they would do is they'll tell you to come see them at their house. That's what happened to this guy. He went off somewhere going to meet somebody, and they jammed him up. You never, never, never. That's why I do consultations, on my channel for people who's going to Colombia for the first time. The number one thing is you never, 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 never get into a car with somebody that you don't know. Or, because I believe it or not, as many times as I've been to Colombia, I have females. They said, "Oh, baby, I'll come to the airport and pick you up." I said, "Nah, that's okay. I got my own ride. I tell them that. Yeah, I do, yeah. Or they say something
Smart,
like this.
smart.
Or they'll say, "Oh, you could come spend a nice day with me and save money on paying the hotel. You can pay me. You can sleep with me every night. You have me to yourself." And it sounds good. And like I said, and these women are beautiful. You'd be like, that sounds pretty good. I can save some money and I can sleep with her every night. You know what I'm saying? I said, nah, nope. I stay at the hotel. If you want to come see me, come visit me at the hotel. You never go anywhere with those females. Never. That's
You talking
how
about with
that's
the
how
pros?
with the pros or anybody that you just don't know. Because
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was. That's yeah. I've kind of got. I've thought about that too. I'm like, if I just know you for the first time, how
right.
long do you think that you have to get to know a female before you would trust her enough to go where
Can I
she's
be
at in
honest?
that country? How long do you think? How long would you? If it's to go, you would. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I be honest with you now? I wouldn't go in. The way how bad our things are down there now, I would never go anywhere with no female. Nope. Now, what I did was, okay, this is what I did when I was there, and I went there for Halloween, just past Halloween, to meet this other chick that was down there. 'Cause I wanted to do some content in Provenza, the Halloween thing, but the weather is so bad in Medellin. It's a lot of like rain and stuff. I couldn't even do half the stuff that I wanted to do. But anyway, she'd be talking about, oh, I want to take you. I know this place where they make good hamburgers and stuff. I want to take you there. We gotta try that. I said, okay, if we're gonna go, I'm gonna call the ride share. I'm gonna call the Uber. Don't let them call the Uber. You never do that. Never trust them, especially nowadays, because what the game is now is that they win your trust. I'm not saying all of them are bad. I'm not saying every girl down in Medellin is bad. I'm not saying that. But the thing is that the new thing is they win your trust over time. And then once you let your guard down, they got you.
Mm.
They got
That
you.
okay, but here's the thing. I agree with you, but we gotta be honest. There is gonna be a certain point where somebody's gonna trust us if you've been down there enough that you're gonna say, okay, I want to make this girl my girlfriend or whatever. If it gets down to that, how much time do you think? Like, what are the precautions that you could before you make that to make that? How long would it you have to get to know a female and hang out? How many times you have to hang out with her before you make that commitment? Okay, okay, I'm gonna be willing to trust her enough where I'm gonna go where she's at.
If I would do something like that, then you will have to have somebody to go with you. Because right now,
Yeah, I
because
can agree with that.
there used to be a time you used to be able to do that, but things have gotten so bad, and the situation down there is evolving. Is till it's like even like they're defect on you. Even I've heard stories. It was this one guy that was dating a girl for years, and she drugged him. No, her for years.
Wow, wow.
And then the other guy, I don't know if you see my other video of the guy that had to fight for his life that got kidnapped. The girl that he's supposed to have met that he went to go see, when you look at her, she didn't even look like a criminal. Most of them, you can't even tell. You can't even tell. Some of them look like this other guy. He met a girl on Colombian Cupid, and she looked like a nerd. You showed me the picture, like a nerd, glasses, intelligent looking. You'd be like, damn, I don't think she would do nothing to me. But I'm gonna tell you, the biggest red flag of a female. This is the thing that people don't pay attention to. If you bring a female to your house, or she comes visit you, and she always trying to get you to drink something, like, oh, let me pour you a drink. Drink, let's drink something. Let's go get
Mm.
something to drink. That's a red flag right there. Yep. Get away from her quick. Get away from her with the quickness, because she's going to try to drug you. When they keep
Mm.
saying, let's get something to drink. Let's
Mm.
get something to drink. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, what? You just sit there. It's like, why is she trying to get me to drink something? you know. And that's how people. That's how the other guy got drugged. The one he met the nerd on Colombian Cupid.
Dude, that and
And yeah,
I know you heard about it, Tony. This was months ago. It went viral. There was a guy that it was I think it was two guys and two girls, or one guy and two girls, I forget. And I think it was one of those happened. And so the guy channel, he was looking away, and the friend had slipped something in his drink. And the only reason why he did not see that he didn't actually get drugged was because his YouTube channel was paying attention. So his
yeah,
camera was facing the girls. His camera was
yeah,
facing the girls, and people in the comments were going crazy. Hey, bro, throw it away. She drugged you. She just got
yeah,
a drug and
yeah,
drink. Throw it
yeah,
away. Throw it
yeah,
away.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he was so fortunate that his YouTube channel was looked out for him, and they looked out for him because they're paying attention. And he had his phone pointing that way. Because if he didn't, they would have got him good. So that's no, I agree with you. Um, this is what you, I yeah. I mean, the long game. They do play the long game for sure.
Yeah, they
But
play the
you
long
know, is there
game.
gonna be a
Yeah,
point where I just ask cats, brothers out there to do their due diligence, right? If you met a girl one time, she came over, that's not enough time for you to go with her place of residence or where she's at. That has to be built up over weeks and months before you feel comfortable enough to be okay. I'm gonna go where she's at. And like Tony said, go with somebody somebody you trust. Go with somebody you trust because it's like you like a fish out of water, man. Literally, you in an enemy territory. You don't know where the hell you're at. Um, so
it
yeah,
can,
you go with somebody you can trust.
it can happen so fast. I mean, because I had a guy, I interviewed the guy on my channel. I don't know if you've seen it. The name of the video is called "The Blink of an Eye." This guy was in Cartagena, right? And he was sitting on a bench, okay? And and the female just walked up to him and just started kicking it with him, just started talking, you know. And then this is another red flag too. When you're talking to a female, but she bites another female, run,
Yeah, fuck
run,
that.
run, run, run. It's like, okay, hey, I see you come back. So what happened was he allowed the other he allowed the other female to come. Right. So he was talking to two females. He said before he even like he said it happened so freaking fast. He said he turned his back for a second and one of the girls put something in his drink and he drank it. And only thing he remembered is waking up 3 days later in his apartment. All of his stuff, money, everything gone. He had over $15,000, $20,000 stolen.
Wait,
They kicked him out.
3 days later, or
Yeah,
that
about
might be
two
a
days
little
later.
exaggerated. 2 days
Yeah,
later,
about
okay,
2 days
3 is kind of
later. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I'm sorry, about 2 days later. And he said he don't remember nothing. But that
So
drug that he, but let me take
here's
that
the
drug.
thing. I heard a story. Oh, go ahead.
That drug scopolamine. What that drug does is it's like a zombie drug. So you'll be doing things. See, that's what makes this stuff so scary because it make you do things that you don't remember that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? He said that there's video of him going to the ATM withdrawing all his money. So the Bank of
Wow.
Colombia said, so the Bank of Colombia said, well, we just saw you, withdrawing all your money out of the ATM. We ain't giving you shit.
Here's another story I heard, and this guy was fortunate. Well, he was fortunate. He
Uh,
wasn't fortunate. There was a guy. I guess he was about 6'5". Okay, so he's a big guy. Okay,
right.
and he was in Colombia or someplace, and there was two girls that were over his hotel or whatever. He said that he was drinking something and he started to feel a little dizzy, but it clicked fast enough in his brain, like, oh shit, I just got drugged. So
Yeah.
he was able to throw both the girls out of his apartment before he passed out.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he said he was able to say, "Oh shit!" he had enough wherewithal, enough time to put it together that, oh shit, they just drugged me. I have to get them out now because I'm about to pass out in a few, I don't know if it's a few minutes or whatever, however long it takes, but I'm about to pass out soon. So I need to get them out of my apartment. So he was able to throw both of them out of the apartment and he passed out.
Yes, yes, I remember that story. I know exactly what you're talking about.
What did you
Yeah,
hear about that story?
I heard about that story about a year ago. I think I did hear something like
Okay.
that about a guy got that a guy get. I get you know what people send me so many stories, man. I could tell you some stories. Um, no, actually, now this was scary. Now this what made me start my own channel. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something really scary. I'm not saying Colombia is bad, 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 bad. It's not. If you let me tell you something. As a person that's been to that country multiple times, if you stay in your lane, you will be okay. But if you start doing risky stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like having like going to Provenza or Pacajeres and picking girls off the street that you don't know, drinking around, multiple people, just not using common sense. That's when things gonna start happening to you. You know what I'm saying? When I go down there, I always have a
Here,
system. I have a system that I go by
go
every
ahead.
single. But nowadays it's getting so bad until, like I said, you can't trust the taxi drivers no more. Some of your friends you can't trust anymore. You know what I'm saying? It creates an atmosphere like you're paranoid. That's
Paranoia,
how.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's it's
yeah,
not fair.
yeah.
What's I'm about to talking about systems. That's real deep because I'm about to tell you my system that I'm gonna have. But what's your system, Tony?
Okay. I'm gonna let y'all know, everybody. Okay. And make sure y'all give this a like, help support the channel. Send me a cash up if y'all can, please. I know I'm a small channel, but help me. Okay. I'm giving some really good information here. Okay. My system is they got resorts all over Poblado. Okay. Really nice ones. You got the Dan Carlton, you got the NH Collection, you got so many different ones. Okay. What I do is I go to the same spot. I can't tell you exactly what spot I go to because I keep it secure, because of security reasons. Everything comes to me. When I go there, they know who I am. I know the people that work there, and they take good care of me. Okay, if a female wants to, if a female wants to hook up with me, they come there. I don't go see them. They come there because they have the restaurants there. They have the bars there. They have anything that you could want at your fingertips. You know what I'm saying? And you walk a half a mile down the street, you got the mall and everything. Everything is right there, right there. I don't have to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So when my female friends come over, they have to show ID. If they don't show no ID, you can't get in. You can't get in. They will not allow you in there. So they're very good at screening and they make them sign papers. They print out papers at the front desk and say you have to sign a consent. This is your signature. This is a copy um, of your identification. So that eliminates all the craziness and the riffraff. You know what I'm saying? And I've been following that same system every time I go there, and I've never had no problems until I invited that one girl. That came up. And that was it.
Okay, let me know when you finish. Let me know when you
No, I'm
finish.
finished. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Here's the thing, and so what Tony's trying to tell you guys should take heed is build up a rapport. Go to the same location over and over. Build up a rapport with those guys. Get your system in. So every time you go, they take IDs, they take information. So when you go, you're good. So that's what he's trying to say. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah. Yeah, they
Yeah.
take the information and everything. Now, there were times I did go like other restaurants to have dinner with them. I would meet them there. I said, okay, you go there, and I get an Uber and I meet you there. And then when it's time for us to go, you take your own Uber back, and I take my Uber back to the hotel. I don't
Wait,
loudly
wait.
pick you up.
So yeah, I agree with that. So you say yeah. So you either you pick them up with the Uber or you Uber them to your place or you
Yeah, I
Uber
Uber them. Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Either I Uber them over to me. No, but usually what happens is they'll take a taxi, and I pay for the taxi
Okay.
for them when they come over. And then they'll
Okay.
call the taxi back, and I pay the taxi again to send them. But I never like would say just jump in the car with them. Say, hey baby, let's go to this restaurant with them. You never do that.
No, no, you always in control with the taxi that comes.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
that taxi
And
sometimes
so
is really not a taxi.
it's the setup. Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's my system. Okay. So if you're
okay.
this is for a guy who gosh, hey, I'm about to give him some real game here.
Okay,
Okay.
y'all listen to him, man.
So
Y'all listen to him.
yeah. Okay. If you're somebody who frequently travels out the year, okay. First of all, God forbid if you get robbed, there's some you can do to help circumvent a lot of that stuff. Okay. First of all, do not take your expensive phone. Keep that at the hotel. Buy you a cheap
Absolutely.
burner phone that you can afford to lose, and it has your basic apps on there like WhatsApp, maybe Tinder, Google Translate, Google Maps, or something like that, and just keep it simple. So if you
Right,
did lose it, you're not out the wazoo over $1,000+ for your expensive iPhone. That's number one. Number two, if you ever were to lose your wallet or your iPhone. Let's say you did. They first of all, you have Find My iPhone, right? But with your wallet, you can put things in there called the Pebble something or air tag in there. Where if you were to lose it, there's two things you can do. If you think it's close around you, you can put a beeper on and a beep,
right.
and then you know where it's at. Or if it's too far away, you could still know where it's at. If and this is for your luggages, your backpacks, your cell phones, whatever, and you know where it's at, and you can be on your way with the police to that location and get your stuff back.
Okay.
That's one thing. So the air tag or like a pebble, a pebble something, like you can slip like a card. You can slip in your wallet, and it's rechargeable
No,
too. It lasts like 18 months, and then you can recharge it. It slips like a credit card, and you can put it right in your wallet. If you, I mean, God forbid you don't lose it, but if you do, there's that. Yeah, well, Tony said about yeah, make sure that they can take some type of information, whether it's their ID card or whatever. Another thing you could do is if you're a person who travels frequently, keep the stuff in a safe. So like, don't okay. So let me slow down. So if you're gonna go
no,
out,
good.
right? Let's say you're
Yeah.
there for 2 weeks, and let's say your budget for those 2 weeks was $2,000. Okay, so $1,000 a week. Ask yourself the question of why are you going to bring $2,000 worth of U.S. cash or their currency cash in the wallet? Don't only bring some. Maybe bring like $50 per day because that's all you're gonna need. Because when you go
Right,
out, if you were to lose that cash, it doesn't really matter because if you go out, you only lost it. You can still spend the rest of your trip still spending money. You have all the money at home. So keep each day. Don't carry all your cash on you. Carry your cash. Put most of your cash in your Airbnb or hotel and keep it in the safe or wherever, and keep it there and only take a small percentage of that each day. So when you get back to the
right.
hotel, you take my money. Don't be stupid and bring all your cash, all your budget for that stay in your wallet, which I did. I'm like, well, I didn't bring all of it, but I bring like still probably too much that I should have each day. And so no, keep that money, 90% of it, keep it the in your hotel room. That's another one.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
those air and God forbid if you're in a foreign country, if you lose your wallet or your phone, man, that shit gets real very quick.
yeah,
That's a very scary thought. That's a very scary thought. So make sure that if you were to lose it, if you lose any of your bags, your expensive laptops, phones, whatever, put some air tags or some trackers on it that you can be on your way with the police to that location. You can track it yourself and get it back.
So do the police actually make the effort to try to look for it if you reported that it's been stolen? Do
You better
they?
hope they do. You better hope that when you call the police, you get somebody who's willing to do it. You better hope and say, hey, somebody stole my stuff. Listen, I'll pay you 50 US bucks right now. I'll pay you some money if you come with me to go get this phone I lost, whatever, right? You may or may not have
Right.
to bribe the police, who knows? But just call the police and hopefully they're on your side. And if they are, you go right then and there, and if you have to bribe them, okay, you need to get that phone back or that wallet. So just give them the cash and just give them a bribery fee and just eat it up and be on your way with the police to get that item back. Because God forbid you don't want to lose your phone, your wallet in another country.
No, you don't. Yeah, and you don't want to lose your passport. That's the most important thing. Is that I always keep
Mhm.
that thing locked up. I
You
always
keep
keep it.
that
I
thing
never.
locked out.
Yeah, I keep that locked up. I don't take that passport with me. What I do is sometimes I may make a copy of it and keep it, in my
And that's what
picture copy.
that's what you can do. What you can do is either like what I do. I should have a passport card, which costs 100 something bucks, but you can just go to the Staples or something and make it printed, have them printed out, and have them make it to the size of like a card, a credit card, and laminate it. That's what I did. Mine's laminated. So I'm gonna cover it up here so you guys can't see, but I'm gonna turn the camera on here.
Oh,
See
okay,
that?
gotcha.
It's very,
Yeah,
very, very, very small. So it's very, very small. You have that bad
gotcha,
boy laminated. Have it
gotcha.
laminated.
Okay. Right,
So
right.
yep, yep.
So, so what do you think? You think Colombia's too hot right now? Too? What do you think? You think it
Is
should
that even a
be more?
question? Is that even a question?
Yeah, I'm asking you. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Of course. I don't understand why. Right. Again, you just said something. You said that the mayor is already saying that they don't want that type of tourism there, and you know the majority of people single men who are going over there are doing that. So if they don't want that type of tourism over there, they're telling you that hey, we may slack or not really put any laws in place for the foreseeable future until shit gets really ugly, and we just gonna let it slide by. So if I was you, man, let's skip Colombia altogether. And I think
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
Tony, maybe you should go to DR too, because I know DR, because things
Somebody
are kind
told
of
me the
dying
other
down
day.
in DR.
They said things was dangerous, and somebody said in Sensua things was getting kind of bad. Is that true? Or somebody just lying to me?
I don't know. But I see. But you don't have to go in the big cities in DR too. I mean, not the big city, but Sosua. You can go to Santo Domingo, which I've been to Santo Domingo. You can go there or something like that.
They said things is getting really well. I don't know, man. So right now, my thing is I'm going to I'm looking more towards Costa Rica right now because Razor Rays gave some really good advice about um, oh, um, it's like I'm feeding my. I'm hearing myself again. Okay. All right. Yeah, Razor Ray gave me some good advice about Costa Rica. He said it was great. He said the women are beautiful. He said they're just as good as the women in Cartagena.
So
That's what he said.
Tony, are you? Let me ask you. I know you mess with some pros, but are you messing with some non-pros too?
Most of the women, I'm gonna be honest with you, most of the girls in Colombia I mess with, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes you don't know which ones are pros and which ones is not.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't think you're the pro, but all of a sudden she becomes a pro.
Yeah. Well, some of them some of them would say, "Well, I'm not a pro, but they are a pro." You know what I'm saying? Because if the girl's asking for money for a time, that's a pro, right?
Yeah, that's a pro.
Yeah. Some of them
They
just
probably,
like
they probably, their definition of a pro might be different than yours. Probably, they probably thinking like, "Oh, I'm not a pro for asking time for money." Think if I don't give sex out, directly for money, then it's not. I'm not a pro, but that still is a pro. A sugar baby, it's
Let
still a
me
sugar baby. It's still a form of prostitution. Go ahead.
let me tell you something. Nothing's free.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, I mean, you are gonna pay somehow over the amount of time. But
Yeah, but
are
do that make
are you
her a
do
pro?
have you no no, it doesn't if it's your girlfriend and you're not paying for it. But I'm asking you, do you have you messed with chicks that were at least from what you know were not pros and they actually had an interest in you and it wasn't just for the
Actually,
money?
you know what? I met a girl in the romance tour. Now, those were not pros. Those were not pros.
Okay.
But I should have married her. Barry Keeler, let me tell you something.
Mm.
Barry Keeler have wives type of Colombian women, women that will want to marry you in Barry Keeler. You know, matter of fact, on my next live, I'm gonna show y'all the romance tour that I went on. But this one beautiful girl, man, she wasn't a pro at all, man. We really had good chemistry. I should have really married that woman. I should not have let her go. But
Mm.
it was so many, it was so many women at the romance tour, I couldn't make up my mind. But that's one I let slide. I wish I could show you a picture too. She was beautiful.
That was, how old was
Beautiful.
she?
She was actually she was about, let me see, maybe about 40. She didn't have no
Okay,
kids.
okay.
And I think me and her just had really good chemistry. We had really good. You
Mm.
know the thing I liked about her is that she was a very romantic person, very good kisser and everything. And at the romance tour, you know, you have what you call a tour guide, the person that guides you through the romance tour. I said, "This is the one I want right here. This is the one I want to marry." And she said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah." But those type of girls in those romance tours, those are not pros. As a matter of fact, they tell you that if you come in there to try to sleep with them on the same night, it's not happening. And that's when you know you really got a good one. It's the ones that don't sleep with you on the first night.
True. I like the ones who kind of like. I was on a date the last day I was well, last day I was there in Brazil. You know, I was on the beach with a girl kissing her, but when I put my hands on her hips or her ass, she kind of moved my hand. I like that though because that lets me
Yeah,
know that
yeah,
there's some
yeah,
type of
yeah, yeah.
there's some type of purity there, and she's not just gonna give it up. That's you know what I'm saying. So that's what I
That's the
like.
right. That's the one that you want. That's what you want because
Yeah.
normal Colombian girls do not sleep with you on the first night. They don't, and they won't come to your house on the first night. If let me tell you something. If you ever meet a girl and she's trying to get to your house like that first night, red flag.
Mhm.
Beware because that's how most guys get scoped. That's how they get drugged. And she's begging like, "Oh, I want to come
Yeah.
see you. I want to come see you now. I want to come see you now. I want to go get something to drink, something to." When they start talking like that, run away, please.
Now, this guy Sam, he said, "Can you use that at the airport to get back to the United States? What is the difference if it is not a?" So, Sam, what I'm trying to say is, use that to carry that on you when you're walking around. You know, obviously at the airport you can't use that. You have to use your actual passport, but you could use that when you're walking around. Like for example, God forbid if you were to get detained overseas, and that thing has your passport number on it. And with that passport number, they can use to identify you. That's the reason why. So that's the reason why you
Oh,
use that. It's a form of, is without actually because you don't want to be carrying around that important book, that passport, that precious passport you $100 on and will last 10 years. You don't want to lose like in a hotel. That's what I'm trying to say.
okay,
Because if you were to lose that passport book overseas, you lose that passport book, oh boy, you gotta go empty everything, and
yeah,
you
yeah.
got
You got
they
to go
gotta
to the
you
embassy.
gotta you know you gotta go there or call whatever you have to do, but you have to get in contact with the embassy and you gotta I guess they fly you out, and you just gotta wait till you get a new one or something. So that's why you don't want to lose that passport book, because just where you want to keep
No,
that.
no,
The only time you carry that passport book on you is in the airport and all the way until you get into your hotel room. The first thing you do is get that
absolutely.
passport book and in your cash. You put that right in the safe somewhere. You hide that somewhere in that hotel room. That's the first thing you
Right.
do.
Yes. Because sometimes the female, when she drug you, they'll rob you and they'll take your passport too. They keep it
God
hostage.
forbid they do that. Yeah, God forbid you do that. Here's another pro tip. You guys some real good, Tony. Maybe you could use this one too if you don't know. If you are gonna mess with a pro and bring it over, make sure to put your stuff up.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
put it in plain sight. If you put it in a safe, that's great. If you can lock it up in a separate room, that's better. If all you can do is hide it, at least hide it. That's better than nothing. Keep that in a place where they can't get to it. Don't put that on your kitchen table on your Airbnb and then it's all over. It's right there and it's plain sight. No, lock that bad boy up or hide that in a good place. That's what you
Yeah.
want to do, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
No, 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 no. I'm listening to you. Yeah, you giving good sound advice, but
Yeah, because if you think about it, if you invite girl you don't know over to your Airbnb, don't trust that person. Don't put that out on your bed or on your kitchen table on the countertop. No, hide that in a place and or put that in a safe. So God forbid if anything was to go miss, you got scoped, or if you didn't, if anything were to go missing, they can't get into it. They just can't. They can't get into it. It is what it is. You know?
right, right. I would be. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way how things are going nowadays, I would be very scared to be dealing with pros now because it's things.
Yeah.
I mean, over there, things is really
Oh,
getting
here's
bad.
here's here's another pro tip. I'm dropping jams. They got to hit the like button.
Yeah,
Hit
good.
the like button. Hit the like button. So Tony, and donate, please, because I'm dropping you guys some gems that can really save you.
Yes, he is. Thank you for
Okay, if
doing
if,
that.
if you, yeah, if you guys really want to mess with a pro and you kind of scared doing it, this is what you do. Go to a brothel. Don't you take a chance by going picking these chicks up off the street you don't know. Go to a brothel. There are brothels in that country. Just go. It's a
Mhm,
professional business. You pay for a certain amount of time. You do your business, and you're good.
mhm,
You don't ever have to worry about, okay, I'm about to get drugged or robbed, and
mhm,
you have to be on edge because it's a brothel. So
mhm.
do that, and you don't have to worry about, because if you take the chance of picking someone up off the street, you got to worry about the type of stuff. So, but if you go to a brothel, you don't have to worry about that.
Right. Everything is organized. Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can't believe brothers didn't even think about that. Everything's organized. You get what you get. Go to the brothel.
Right. 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 Or yeah, when I go to Colombia, I use it like I got friends that I've been dealing with like oh my God, maybe 8 years, 7 years. And I always like see the same people. The same people. When I come there, I say, hey, I'm coming to town, can you show me a good time? They be right there. And they always I've never had no that one female is the only one I had problems with. I had the problem with, but 99.9% of the chance I never had no problems. But the way how things are going now, even they are in danger, could be endangering you because they make the effect on you. That's the problem.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
they're
And like
turning because I know people that say
like
they have drivers and stuff that they used to use, but they can't use those drivers anymore because
wow.
because the drivers turned out to be a robber, somebody that you know for years. You
Yeah,
know,
because the drivers are probably getting a good deal, and they're like, you know what? You can't use the drivers anymore.
can't use the drivers no more. You can't use the drive.
That's
So
sad. I don't
I,
want to have to go to a place where I'm always on edge like that.
you always
I
be
want to
yeah.
when I'm
That's what
going
I'm
to
saying.
vacation. if I'm going on
right, and
vacation, I want to go to a place that I know that I'm safe or at least semi-safe. I don't want to have to go to a location where I'm always looking over my back. You know,
right, right.
I didn't leave the states for that. So that's why we just gotta chill out for Colombia, man. It is what it is.
And that's
You
why
know.
that's why I was telling you about the not the last time, but the last time before that I felt I don't know, I just felt uneasy. I felt on edge, and I never felt on edge before. It's like I felt like you get that feeling like what that the cab driver is not doing right. People are trying to rob me. The motos is coming out. It's like you got that feeling that something bad is about to happen. People looking at you funny and stuff like that. It was weird. I can't really pinpoint it, but it was it wasn't the same Colombia that I knew before. It wasn't the
When was
same.
Colombia's? When was because I mean Colombia was dangerous back in the 80s.
Oh, back in
When was Colombia? When was Colombia safe for tourists to go? When was it good? When was the golden years?
the golden years was like 2011, 2012. Oh man, oh my God. You need to fall in love easy with Colombia. Every time I used to go there, I said, I'm in love. I'm in love. Because those
Ah,
women, man, I was just in love, man. I mean, I just love going out there. And they still has scopolamine out there and stuff like that, but the news didn't really get out about, once people started doing content, and then the creation of the passport bros, and people start putting all this bullshit on social media, then it started attracting the wrong type of people. Then the tourism picked up, and it just a lot of garbage started going to Colombia, and they even admitted, the Colombians even admitted, they say this is trash tourism. I say, really? They say, yeah. We don't want you guys down here. Go home, gringo. I say,
mm-mm-mm.
but no, but I said that. I say, hey, I respect your country. I love your country. I don't come down here for that. And let me tell you something. One thing the Colombians, what they really like, this is very important. What I'm getting ready to tell you. This is very important. When they see that you respect their people, they love that. For example, when I have a female to come visit me at the resort, the first thing I do is when she comes, I walk up to the taxi where she is, I open the door for her. And then I shut it behind her. And then we walk together to the desk. She has to show her ID and all that type of stuff. We register her in. Then I take her out to the patio, be romantic to her, pull out the chair, just treat her like a lady. Oh, they love that, man. And they watch you. And you know what? They watch you. Because let me tell you what they did one time. One time I was sitting in my room, okay? And this is how I know these Colombians be watching you. Somebody knocked on the door. I was like, I wonder who is this knocking on my door? Because usually they will call you on the phone to let you know if you had guests, if you expected somebody to come. But nobody's never just came straight up on the elevator and knock on my door like that. I said, who's this gonna be knocking on my door? I got kind of maybe just a little nervous a little bit. So I looked at my peephole and guess who it was? You're not gonna believe it.
Who?
Who you think it was? The manager of the hotel. She had a platter of
Okay.
food and she brought it up to me and she said, and she spoke English too. She said, you know what? You are such a nice guy. And I've gotten reports from the workers here. They say how courteous, how nice you are. We got some food for you. This is on us. It was a platter of food with all these cheeses and crackers and stuff like that. And she put it right on my dresser for me. And she said, "There's anything I could do for you, Mr. Tony?" I said, "No, thank you very much." And she left. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. You treat your workers with respect.
You put
Oh,
your people with
here's
respect.
another tip too. It's another tip too. Another tip. I'm dropping all these gems.
Yeah,
If you
please.
get to a place if you get to a place, a hotel room, tip the security guard. Tip that it don't really
Yeah,
matter what
yeah,
you tip.
yeah, yeah,
Tip him
yeah.
five, ten
Yeah.
dollars. Tip him $5, $10. Tip him five, ten. Tip him something. Get him on your side because he may end up saving your life. He may end up saving you from your shit getting robbed. He may end up looking out for you. Tip him, ask his name. Say, hey, if his name was say his name was Jorge. Say, how you doing, Jorge? My name is Leonard. I just want to tip you $10. You're a good guy. Boom. Just give it to him and walk away. And it's just there. And you can see him and say, man, look out for me. Look out for me. I have some girls up here, but look out for me. See, and they will do stuff like that for you. They will do that because you tip them, you make them feel good.
Yeah. Like the door people, like when I get to that resort, the first thing they do when I get dropped off, they pick up my bags, they carry them for me, they carry me to them. I'll always make sure I tip them. And not only I don't do I tip them, I tip the waiters, the maintenance people, the girl that comes up and cleans my room every day. I mean, the place that I stay, they treat me like a king, man. They treat me like a king. And then they do look out for you because I had, like one time I brought someone over to the resort and they would tell you, say, you know what, I don't know about this one. I think you should leave this one alone. They would tell you, they would warn you. They said, I think she might be up to no good. They'll tell you. Yep, they will tell you.
And what did you end up doing with that one?
Well, I just played it off, just went through the motions and said, oh my gosh, I am so tired. Mm, I
Tony,
think I'm gonna
where are
go.
you from?
I'm from Detroit.
Okay.
Okay, somebody got a question here for you, brother. They said, what is your favorite place to stay? Poblado, Morales, or Avocado?
I don't listen. My traveling experience is limited. Like I said, I don't know if you're here for this, but I'm gonna start to possibly permanently travel by 2025. But I'm not exactly sure. I've never stayed in if that's Colombia. I've never stayed there. I've been to Brazil, so I have some experience in Brazil and some experiences in Dominican Republic. But that's as best as I can give you.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Well, to answer this question, they said what place, my favorite place. I've been to Morales. I haven't been to Avocado, but I've been to Poblado. I do love Poblado. But the bad thing about Poblado, it has lots of hills. So if you're not really in shape, oh man, you get tired very easily walking because you be going down the hill and then you be walking up the hill. Then you go, yeah, you can get tired very, very quickly. Yep.
In the chat, that's asking you a question,
Let's see.
making a statement.
Let me see. I've been staying for 3 years. I'm still. He said, "Yo, you niggas been staying this for 3 years and still getting robbed."
I haven't I haven't got robbed. Maybe Tony can speak to something. But I haven't got robbed. But no, I haven't got robbed yet, or hopefully not ever.
Well, I don't
But
think
I'm
I
not. All you can
I
do is
can't boast on
prepare.
it. Now, when extortion plays, would that be the same as getting? I guess so. I guess I have been robbed before. I guess they would.
Yeah, I know. I haven't been like actually physically like ninja, give me your money, and so I put a gun to my head. I haven't had that happen to me, but no, I haven't had that. Now I've had people gringo tax me before.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So let me ask you a
We've
question
all, if
about.
you've been to the country enough time, you up in gringo tax. Go ahead.
You say you spend more time in Brazil, right?
Yeah, I went to Brazil.
Okay. Um, what would be the first place that somebody that never been to Brazil would Copacabana be the maybe the first spot that you should go to visit?
Yeah, you need to. I think go to Rio de Janeiro. It was a great time for me. Copacabana, yeah, Copacabana Beach. That's a beautiful beach. And the other side is called Ipanema is a little bit more
Epanema,
uppity.
right.
Yeah, it's richer folks on that side, but Copacabana, I like Copacabana a lot.
You know what? When I go to Brazil, that's gonna be the spot that I'm gonna go. Is Copacabana, because I've heard so many. So, but Brazil kind of scared me because it seems so big. Is it much bigger than Colombia as far as geographically, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the biggest
Yeah,
country in South America. It's like
yeah,
as big as
yeah,
the United
yeah,
States. It's
yeah.
huge.
It's like, where
It's
would you go
huge.
when you
You know,
first
you
get
got
there?
the
It's so big.
go to Rio de Janeiro. Go to Rio de Janeiro. Go to Rio de
Rio de
Janeiro.
Janeiro. Okay.
Stay next to Copacabana.
Do you know Portuguese? Are you pretty good at it?
No. I don't really want to learn Portuguese, man. I want to learn Spanish if anything, because it's just more practical to learn Spanish than it is Portuguese.
Okay. I mean, when you was in Brazil, did you have to speak Portuguese or did you have a translator or something?
What I do? What I did, I learned some basic phrases to break the ice, and then after that I break out Google Translate.
Okay. Okay. So you have like a translator, like on your phone?
hmm hmm
Okay.
and
Okay.
I'm not a, and I'm for me I'm not a, well I mean we all get nervous here and there, but I mean I'll cold approach a girl. You know, I'll if she was female, I'll cold approach her and just say what's up. You know, they're very friendly. They're,
Okay.
I would just do it. I would just do it, you know, because at the end of the day, I was there for 2 weeks. I said, you know what, I'm not gonna. I did it, man, and I got results from doing it. See, because if you approach a girl, and I'm sure it's like this in all over South America, but in Brazil, 9 times out of 10, 99% of the time, they'll break you off easy, even if they don't like you. They're so sweet, and it's almost
Yeah.
like even if you don't have it, even if like you still might have a chance if you get some information. It's still like they may not like you, but over time they can get to like you. Like that's still a thing in South America. Tony, I don't know if you could attest to this in the same way in Colombia. They're very approachable.
Yeah. They're like that in Colombia too. They're very approachable too. But you just
You
gotta be
know,
careful though, because they drug you. It's
yeah,
just compulsion. It's so bad. And then
yeah.
Razor Ray just had some unique. They got drugged in Ecuador. I was like, how can you get drugged in
Yeah,
Ecuador?
that's my boy QB man. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened?
He
How this happened?
yeah You got to see. Here's the thing though, Tony. You got to be careful because they might want to target you, man. Because they might, I don't know, man. They might want to target you, Tony,
Oh
because
wow.
um because I'm not saying that you're not a senior citizen by any means. You're only 50, but being the way you look and stuff, they might want to target you, Tony. So you got to be careful
It
going.
is, bro.
What you do? You gonna
It is, bro.
but you gonna knock him upside the head or
I ain't
something?
no saying. I ain't no. Believe me, bro. I ain't no senior citizen, bro.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do, Mr. Tony? If somebody trying to run up on you like that?
Believe me, bro. You know what? Let me tell you this, brother Leonard. I don't know why, but people,
Leonard.
I think, like on the Razor Ray show, when I was on his podcast, several times, I think it's my voice that make me sound older. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I had a good. Let me tell you something. What you're looking at now is a miracle. I was sick, man. About
Mm,
what 7 years ago, I got really sick, and
mm.
whatever the illness did, it took away my voice, and it took away part of
Oh,
my hearing. You know what I'm saying?
oh.
So this vocal cord on this side doesn't vibrate like the one on the right side. They're supposed to like come together when you talk. This side is paralyzed. So that's why when I talk, I sound like an old man or like I'm hoarse
Oh.
or like that. Yeah.
I had God rest his soul. I know a guy named Wood. He was in his 50s too. He lost some of his voice. He had a little bit of like a brittle voice too.
Yeah. But this can happen
Yeah.
to anybody though. This is a
Oh no, I
I've never
can. No,
knew an age.
no,
Yeah.
no, no. I'm saying that he got sick too, and he
Yeah.
said he lost some of his voice too, and his voice became
Yeah.
brittle too. He said, I didn't.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't didn't sound like. He said, I didn't sound like this
Yeah,
before. I
me
didn't
either.
sound
Me
like
either.
this. Yeah.
You know who I used to, you know who I used to sound like, believe it or not?
Who?
People, girls used to tell me that I sound like Brian McKnight. That's how my voice used to be.
Oh wait,
Or
he's
Keith,
like talking.
okay, okay.
Talk,
Yeah, or Keith Sweat. I swear.
oh, you talking about like you used to sing or just talking about your speaking voice?
I used to sing the way I used to speak. I used to pick up the phone. You know, I used to have that smooth voice.
Oh man,
And people, and
that's
people,
a,
and people used to say,
oh.
yeah, but people used to say, you know what? You sound like Keith Sweat. You sound like, yeah. They used to tell me that, man. But when I got hit with that, because actually they found a tumor in my brain, a 2 centimeter tumor. So that tumor damaged nerves that goes down, because I work in the medical field too. So that nerve that goes, the auditory nerves and the nerves that goes down to the voice box got damaged. It got damaged.
Mm. So
So that's why
there's no healing that or fixing that.
no, because that's nerve damage. That's damage to the actual nerve itself. It's almost like having, in a way, like a stroke almost. But it's not. I didn't have a stroke, but it's neural damage. You know, that's done to part of the brain that controls
You said you used
speech
to
and that
you
controls
used
hearing.
to sing. I'm just asking. Did you used to sing too or no? This just you
Oh
sound like
yeah.
that.
Well, I used to sing. I mean, not really sing, but like
Okay.
karaoke when I'm with a
You
bunch
could
of
get.
females. Yeah, I could
Okay.
hold
Okay.
a.
Okay.
And believe it or not,
I sing a little bit.
before the doctors actually treated my voice, I couldn't talk. I used to be talking, hey, my name is Tony. Can you hear me? That's how I used to talk on the phone. That's how bad it got. So they had to go
Wow.
in.
Okay.
So they had to go in and kind of give me some injections. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to be going back pretty soon. They have some more injections so that can help me with my tone even more better. So, but I think
Oh,
that's what
okay.
it
So,
is.
so when you say you're supposed to, your voice is supposed to get a little bit better,
Yeah, make my voice a
so it's
little
not
bit
as
more better.
raspy.
Right, right. But you know what? The Colombian
What
girls
is
don't
that?
care. I'm not. I gotta
What
make
is
up my
that?
voice. I gotta
Okay.
make up. Yeah, I gotta call the doctor's office. They gotta
So you
make.
you you sound you sound like you're like 70 something, like with just your voice.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I sound older. Yes, I sound much older. Yes, and I hate. I sound,
Yeah.
because you know what? I was so paranoid about my voice. You know, and I started not to do a podcast or do YouTube because I knew that people would be trolling me about my voice. I knew this
Mm,
was going to happen. I knew this,
mm.
and then, I mean, believe me, when I used to do videos, sometimes I'd be cringe. I was like, God, I hate sounding like this. Oh my God,
Oh,
you know. But you know what? I'm blessed to be alive, brother. Other than
that's
that,
good.
I'm
That's good.
healthy. I'm healthy. I'm strong. You know, the women love me in Colombia. Well, when I used to go there, but I got to find a new place to go. But
Yeah, people, man, just people online, man, look cruel, man. They don't spare you at all, man. It's just, I don't know, I don't know why. You just trying to help people, but it's just like, just some people just like, I don't know. It's just I don't know what it is
yeah,
about you, man. It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of hate.
That's why I don't do lives anymore. I do lives on my own channel because I'll allow any type of
trolling.
trolling because trolling to me, trolling it defects from the truth. You know what I'm saying? That but what I found out in Colombia, there are more people who have been robbed, who have been assaulted, or bad things have happened to, but they're afraid to come out and tell people about it because they're afraid how people will react. You know what I'm saying? Trolling them. You know what I'm saying? Like when I hear on the live that I used to be
Mm.
on, like on Razor's channel sometimes live, people just keep making fun of me, making fun of me, making fun of me. Here it is. I'm trying to tell you something that could save your life because this video that I didn't get a chance to show you, This guy here, he didn't do nothing wrong, but he didn't do everything that was right, and that's what got him killed. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to say. You got to hold yourself accountable. What could have I have done to prevent this?
Absolutely. But you spending so much time trolling me because I tell you, if this guy would have set up a consultation with me, believe it or not, he would have been alive today. Because for number one, I would have told him, I said, you never get into a car with a stranger. You never go to nobody's house that you don't know. Never. And that's what he did. That's what these guys do.
Do, do,
These
do,
women,
do,
I'm sorry.
do you kind of get upset? Like, do you kind of get taken? You get kind of hurt sometimes, Tony?
No, I don't get hurt. It's like I say, well, that's you. But like I said, from October to December, 8 people were dead, Americans. And these are they say it could be a lot more. It's a lot more people that have died in
Do you,
Colombia from
well, I was asking a question real quick. Do you have kids, Tony?
no, no kids.
Do you want any kids?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm still in good shape. I
Maybe
mean,
one.
I live
Now, yeah,
maybe
that's
one.
if
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
if you can
maybe
squeeze
one.
hopefully and
Yeah,
with the right woman.
yeah. Let me see. Somebody asked me a question. Said Tony, the women are better looking than Medellin or Barranquilla. I think Medellin. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir. I just want to describe as ask the question. I don't want to say like I'm ignoring them. Um, who are the best looking, Medellin or Barranquilla? Oh boy, I think Medellin has the more better looking ones because they get a lot of cosmetic surgeries and stuff. A lot of them. They really into their looks in Medellin. They really go really far as far as making themselves look good. Barranquilla is more like a natural type of look in Colombia. So, but they both are beautiful though.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Go ahead, finish, sir.
No, no. Do you think yeah, because nah, Tony, I just want to, I see the good work you're doing, man. Regardless of all the
Oh,
trolling and the hate and these knuckleheads out here, they're giving you a hard time. I
but
do
those
see
are
that what you're trying to do.
but those are the ones that are getting killed though. You said, I mean, seriously. I mean, there are a lot of foreigners are getting killed in Colombia. A lot.
Mm,
What you heard from DC Born Robin, all them, those are reported cases. Those are
mm.
reported cases.
Yeah, you don't even
I
know exactly. Yeah, it could be more
it's
because
it is more. I'm telling you, it is more. And I just be trying to tell the people, I just be trying to warn them. I say, man, take your focus off of me, trying to make fun of me. I'm trying to tell you something,
help you tell you something
help you.
important. Listen,
Yeah, because it can happen. It can happen at the blink of an. You can think that you're doing something that's so normal that you will have no type of effects from it. And then next thing you know, you're in that situation you can't get out. I mean, just like what happened to this guy. He was going to meet somebody, a girl, and it got him killed. He's gone. Just like that. His life is gone. It can happen. It can really happen. So that's why I be trying to tell, like,
stop.
and that's why I be trying to help people. I be trying to like, man, this stuff is serious.
Tony, why was it Tony? You kind of look like to me, or not look like, but you remind me of. Let me. Were
What's
you
that?
were you pop locking back in your day? Were you pop locking back in your day?
What's that, brother?
Were you pop locking back in your day?
Wait a minute, I don't understand you again.
Lock- Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit like your face, and then I say it one more time. I'm sorry.
You pop locking back in the day.
What is that?
that oh you know pop lock and dancing like you know whether it's back in the 80s and the 90s so young back in the 80s and stuff there's pop locking that
I've never even heard of that before, bro. No, I
yeah,
mean,
if I showed you a video if I showed you a video you would know what it is it's we see
okay.
brothers that they're like the dance they do they start like popping to the music their joints and they start like almost like a robot but they start doing it in a cool smooth way pop
Oh yeah,
locking.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
talking like kid? You talking like kid and play those movies like how they dance back in those
yeah.
days?
Kind of like break dancing, but in a popping way. They used to like boom, 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 boom,
Oh
boom.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
beat would
yeah,
go on, and
yeah.
they move their body and click their body, boom, 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 boom,
Oh,
in
you
a
talking
cool
like
way.
dance and stuff like that? Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Those were good days. Those were fun days, man. Those were fun.
I don't. You kind of remind me of like an OG who would have been doing some stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm an OG, bro. I'm gonna always be an OG.
Well, because
But you
you
know,
50 years old, so you remember like back in the day when because so you grew up around the 80s then in the 90s too, right? 80s and
and the
90s.
80s and 90s were a good time, man.
I
You know
know.
what was my favorite? You know how cool I used to be back in the 80s,
Yeah,
back in
yeah,
85. Do you remember Miami Vice?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Woo! I was so
yeah.
I was, I was so freaking cool, man. I used to wear those white shoes with the
Dang.
yeah, yeah, man.
I-
Yeah. But you know
Dang. Right. Yeah, so you used to have you used to go ahead.
my hair used to be down to my shoulders, not a Jerry curl, but my hair used to be straight down to my shoulders, bro. Sure
Dang.
did.
So you used to so wait so you used to have the in the 80s and the 90s so you used to like have damn so you used to like dress like Miami Vice and have the nice tailored suit the white suit with the red going
Yeah,
on
the
and
nice
chest and
shoes, yeah.
all.
That's all, hey brother, that's all we did back then with this dress. We shop, man. There used to be a mall around here called Northland Mall. We just stay at the mall, dude. Back then, you know what? I spent more time back then. I used to spend more time in the salon with the women than most of these women do. I used to be under the dryer all the time. Yeah,
Dang.
it
So
was
you
cool.
used to talk you used to well, how old were you back in 85?
85, I was like in my 20s. I was like 20 something back in 85, and I was in my 20s.
Yeah, your 20s was fun years for you, huh?
It was some fun years, brother.
What
Fun
about what
years.
about what about even your 30s too? Were your 30s like that too?
30s was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? But when things really changed, when things really went to hell, I say when 9/11 happened, that's when things fell apart.
Mm.
When America,
Everything, everything, everything
yeah,
starts to become so strict. Everything's so strict.
yeah, yeah, everything changed. When 9/11 happened, everything changed. In 2001,
Mm.
when those planes hit that tower, it seemed like America was never the same. And then when we had the financial crisis in 2008, things even got worse. Because I remember, before we start really like going to like Brazil and Colombia, before we decide, so okay, we need to take our search out of this country. You used to find a lot of nice looking women here. It used to be easy to find a girlfriend here, but it's not as easy now.
Man,
Everything.
I really respect you, man. 'Cause I really love like my dad's a little bit older than you. He's 64, so he's quite older
Okay.
than you are. But so he used to grow up around like the Miami Vice era, yes, but also he used to get
Oh,
back
my
down with it.
first.
Yeah, he used to he was but he was Hollywood swinging, so he was hanging with people like in like the 70s and the 80s, hearing people like Michael Jackson and Patti LaBelle and all these people and going to the club and hanging out with them partying all night long. But he was Hollywood swinging back in his day.
Yeah,
So yeah, so
yeah,
you were
yeah.
doing that, but I respect like I really have a you said the Miami Vice thing and stuff like that. What music did you listen to? I mean, what did you grow up on? What was your like genre? Because
Let
you
me
mentioned
see.
Brian McKnight and Keith Sweat. Who what?
Prince was really big back then. 'Cause we went to go see. Oh, Purple Rain. Oh my God. Oh man. Oh my God. When Purple Rain came out, you know, what was the biggest thing that ever happened in the '80s was Thriller.
What?
Michael Jackson. That was so big. I have never seen the album. I've never seen the album that every single song was a hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Every song,
Wow.
every song. We used to hear every song
Like
they used to play on the radio was a hit. There's never been nothing like Thriller ever,
ever.
ever.
Like this. Did you listen? Did you listen to '90s R&B?
What's that?
Because you really would have been listening to like '90s R&B though too, right?
I think so.
'90s R&B. You used to listen to '90s R&B.
Yeah, '90s R&B. Yeah, yeah, '90s R&B and stuff too. Yeah, yeah. I used to listen to that. Yeah, I
Because
can't remember.
you mentioned Keith Sweat and Brian McKnight, so I was like, oh, you must listen
Yeah,
to
yeah,
that back in.
yeah. Rhyme and Night. Let me see what else was good back in those artists back in those days. Luther Vandross, you know about him.
Oh
Um,
hell yeah!
let me see what else we used to listen to back in those days. A group called System. You in my system? Um, oh man. But you know what? I still listen to old school more than I listen to the new stuff.
What do you put on now?
It's like Bobby Womack. If you think I'm lonely now, wait till and you know what? Those Colombian girls, they love that stuff, man.
Yeah, do they like that R&B stuff, huh?
Yeah, they do. I mean that old stuff because like sometimes I get into a mood, like if I got a nice looking honey to come see me at the resort and she wants to spend the night and we're gonna tone it down. Man, I throw in that slow R&B, man. They love it, man. Oh my God. Ooh, let me tell you something, bro. I'm a pimp. I used to be a pimp. What these guys
No,
talking
no, no,
about?
I can imagine, man. Because you know, usually I mean, you start putting on that Keith Sweat or that Bobby Brown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's the group? What's his name? You know Uncle Luke, don't you? That group that he produced.
Yeah. Uncle Luke. Yeah. Who?
What's the name of that group that he produced? I'm trying to think. What's the name of that group? Knocking Boots. You remember with Knocking Boots? What's the name of that group?
Oh, H Town,
H
H
Town.
Town.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was playing some H Town with my girls, and man, those Colombian girls, they love it, man. They love that stuff. Yep. Those are
Yeah,
the ones that
they
yeah,
those
we
were
have
the
a bottle.
days, huh?
Yeah, we have a bottle of wine and order up some room service. I had some good time in Colombia, man. I'm really gonna miss that place, man. I'm really gonna miss that place.
I miss that place.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing about me, Tony. Where I want to start traveling because I felt like this is a little bit personal. Back in high school, I'm 24 now, right? So by
Okay. Yeah, you're a
25,
young cat, man.
God,
Enjoy it.
God, yeah, but yeah. So by 25, like I said, I want to start permanently traveling. But in high school and my teens and early mid 20s, I felt like kind of empty. Like I didn't really get a. I don't really like the music of this era and stuff, and I didn't. I got along with people, but I didn't fit in. I always felt like a lost soul. I never I never
Yeah.
felt connected to it. So I felt like I'm missing out on a big chunk of my youth from the ages of high school all the way up to in my mid 20s. So I said to myself, I got to make a change. I don't want to be in my 50s and say, man, 'cause I remember cats used to always tell me they had a good time back in the day, and I say I want to have some stories that I can tell. And
Yeah.
So I said, you know what, by 25, so between age of 25 to 35, maybe 25 to 40, somewhere about 10 years, a decade of actual actually having some stories to tell because I don't want to miss it. I don't want to be a brother who's 52 and say, you know what, I don't really have too many stories to tell like you do or my dad does or stuff like that. And I think that traveling will be my escape. Say, man, you remember
Yeah.
back when I start to get up there and I tell my kids or I tell my people that I said, man, back in the day, traveling was so easy. You could just book you a plane ticket, go over there, and people used to do this and that. You used to go up to a chick, she'd talk to you back in the day. I used to travel to Brazil and France and Philippines. I should do this and that, this and that. See, you don't get, while we're able to do that right now as human beings, I want to be able to tell that type of story when I get older. Just in case if things may change in the future, who knows, right? And I kind of miss that with the musical era, and I kind of miss that with my peers because none of my peers listen to hip hop and being thugs and stuff, and I'm not a thug or either any of that type of mess. So I kind of miss it. So I just want to be able to tell my stories and hang my jersey up in the bleachers. And I think that traveling is gonna be able to do that while I have my teens, my 20s, and the rest of my 30s.
Let me tell you this. I'm gonna give you some good advice, some good spiritual guys advice. You 24 right now.
Hmm.
Enjoy every year like it's your life. Because let me tell you something. That time it goes by so freaking fast. You're not gonna believe this. I still got clothes in my closet that I bought when I was in my 20s, and I can still wear it today.
Mm.
And I look at that, I say, "Damn, I still got this shirt. I still got these pants. I still got this jacket. I bought this when I was 25." I look at it one moment, you're 25, and 1 minute you go to sleep, you wake up, you're 50 like me. That's how it happens. But the
Mm.
difference, but the difference is that if you wake up every day, every morning, you're gonna get to this day. Like people say, "Oh, you old and everything," and you just have. Let me tell you something. I'm a healthcare provider. I've been in the medical field for almost 30 years, and most of the people that don't make it is people your age. They die young, 30s, 40s, 45 people like 45 years old having heart attacks. People in their 20s dropping dead, go to sleep, don't wake up. People make fun of me about my age. I said, hey, if you keep waking up every day, you'll get to this age of 50. You get to this age of 60. You get to this age of 70. But the guys on the other chat, sometimes they make you feel ashamed for being older. And some of the guys that be hating on me when I be dating these beautiful women in Colombia, oh, you gotta be ashamed of yourself. You should date women your age. Brother, enjoy your life like it's your last, because you don't know when it's your last. You don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. You don't know.
Exactly, Tony, and that's why now that this passport thing is a thing and it's an end thing, I want to be able to enjoy it and say, "This is what we used to do back in my day."
Yeah. Yes.
Back and
Absolutely.
I can tell those stories. I could be like, enjoy it, and I can say, "No, we used to do this back in my day. Man, we used to go to Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, Philippines like it was nothing. Book them tickets, go. We used to have a network. We used to be styling and profiling and doing all of that. I want to be
Yes,
able to
that's
do
right.
that. Now this is my era, and I'm going to definitely utilize it.
You off to a good start. Say you're 24, but whatever you do, just have a plan. Have a plan, and don't. I'm not saying this is what you do, but don't spend too much time messing with pros too much. Find you somebody that compliments you, somebody that can help you. So somebody that you can build something with, because I'm telling you that time it goes by very fast. You may say, "Oh, well, I'm 24 years old. I got all the time in the world." No, no, you don't. Look at me. I'm 50 years old, and I have no kids and no wife. I was like, oh my god, how 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 did this happen? I was 24 one minute. Next thing you know, I'm 50 something. I mean, I feel great. I mean, I'm still in good shape and everything, but time, man, is valuable, and you only have so much of it, you know. But you're on the right track, though. You're traveling, you seeing the world, you got something to look back on. Go back to Brazil and find you a wife. You have children with it and everything. Settle down with it. Okay?
Yeah, Tony.
Well, Uncle Tone is always here for you. You ever want to talk, okay? You got my Instagram, right? Hello?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you got
Break
my
up.
Instagram. If you ever want to talk, you just hit me up. Uh-oh.
Sorry, go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said you can always contact me on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah. Is it in your description?
Yeah, it's on the description. You know, everybody here call me Uncle Tony. So I know that sounds old, but that's okay. I'll be your uncle.
But I think they just mean it out of respect, though.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, they make God's back. Bandana, he's just a. I told him I was gonna go out there and Cartagena, meet him out there. He been trying to get me to come out there. He said, "Tone, Uncle Tone, you gotta come to Cartagena." I said, "Man, Colombia's too hot. I ain't going out there. Are you crazy?" Shoot, oh, oh, nope,
Did-
not right
Was that?
now.
How old were you when you started first traveling?
I was like, let me see, 2000. Let me see. I was like in my late 30s, 40s, maybe 40s, late 40s, something like that. Yeah, that's when I started traveling.
40.
Yeah, about 40. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I
And
did.
well,
But
I like how you you,
but
you transitioned.
what really got me to Colombia was my cousin. My cousin got me into Colombia. He used to go. May he rest in peace. He passed last year. Young guy too. He's the one that really got me going to Colombia. He's the one that started the whole thing. He used to go out to Barranquilla all the time, and he met a wife out there in Barranquilla, real nice wife. So if anybody want to look for a wife, I think Barranquilla would be the place to find one. There was some housewives out there.
No, definitely. Nah, yeah, but I'm cool off of Colombia, Tony. I'm cool off of
Yeah,
Colombia.
that's
It'll listen. It'll die down eventually. Because back in the '80s, I heard it was rough in Colombia, but
oh yeah,
for
it was
yeah,
dangerous. You couldn't even go there in the 80s. Oh heck
yeah, no.
no.
But it eventually died down, and now things are going back up. So he's gonna wait for it to die down.
I don't think it's gonna get that bad because in the 90s it was like it was yeah, Pablo Escobar and the cartel was running everything. I mean, like it was cold blooded back then, but Colombia has made a lot of progress. I mean, it's still a good country, but you just have to be careful when you go there. I mean, but Colombia has made good strides though. They still, I wouldn't just put the whole country down because of some of the things that's happening there, but you just have to stay in your lane. That's all I have to tell you tonight. Is just stay in your lane, and you'll be okay.
That's the thing, though, Tony. I'm starting. I'm staying in my lane, yes, but I'm starting when I'm well, God willing, possibly I'm starting when I'm 25. So I'll be able to like tell these stories when I do get, if God blesses me to get your age, like what I'm saying. Like a lot of cats, they start off when they like you did, like in your 40s, and they already start off. They missed majority of their youth. They missed it. Like damn, I wish I would have been able to travel when I
Yeah,
was in my
yeah,
30s.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you off to a good start. But like I said, a lot of these guys, you know what I'm saying, they spend too much time with pros and oh, I'm going down here to do this, smash this, that's not the way. It's not the way. Because you don't want to just spend all your whole life just just bungering. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that.
Hey Tony, you gotta show us that clothes collection, man, back from the '80s, man. You gotta show us that clothes collection, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know what? I did have some collections, but my mom, may she rest in peace. She had a lot of pictures of me, but they all got destroyed in the flood.
Oh man.
Yeah, like when my hair was long and all those pictures are gone. I was like, damn, because my mom, she's the one used to be the one that collect all those pictures. Yeah, but
Damn, that's unfortunate.
those were the good old days, man. Those were some good old days. But all right, brother. Well, thank you for coming on the live. I really appreciate it. And
I appreciate you for having me.
oh no, anytime you can jump on anytime. Jump on anytime, bro. I should be back on. I should be back on maybe Thursday. Let me see what the day is. Sunday. I'm gonna do a live every Sunday and Thursday. Okay. So
Thursday,
whenever,
okay.
yeah, Thursday, and maybe we could. I'm gonna get some more information on the Costa Rica romance tour. Yes, I would hopefully share that with my subscribers if they're interested in going to. We got to find a new place to go. We got to forget about Colombia right now. We got to find other places to go. And Razor Ray said it's a weaker place
You
to
should
go.
also try if money is a concern, Tony. You should also try DR.
Okay, okay. So I got Costa Rica up here. I got the DR right here, and I got Thailand number 3. That's actually what I got.
Oh,
But
okay. So you got a list. Okay.
yeah, but Razor Ray's the man, the myth, the legend. Specifically, told me him talk. Matter of fact, I did an exclusive interview. Did you see the interview I did with Razor Rays about Costa
Yeah, a
Rica?
while back, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. He. I heard good things about Costa Rica, though, not only just from him, but other coworkers say, "Oh yeah, this is much more safer. This is
I
way
heard,
more
but
safer."
I heard Costa Rica. I don't know. Nah, I've been hearing good things about it here recently, but like about a year ago, people said it was very hit or miss.
Okay, what do they mean by hit or miss? You mean first the women or the
Yeah, like the
safety?
prices, the price of living, the women, very hit or miss. Thank you, very hit or miss, and it wasn't as like maybe as fun and women weren't as approachable or anything like that.
Okay, okay. You talk about like the nightlife wasn't all that good, like Cartagena, like Colombia.
Yes, yes. This is compared to like Colombia or Brazil or things like that, it was very hit or miss. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do some more investigation. If that don't sound good, then the DR would be the next place to go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just telling you what I heard before. But all right, Tony. Well, thank you for having me on. You
No,
said your
but thank you for
Instagrams
coming on, sir. Yeah, yeah.
if it's in the description, right?
Yeah, it's in the description. Yes, sir.
All right, all right. Thanks, Tony. I'll see you later.
I'll see you later. Thank you very much.
All right, bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.